Hello, hello. Want to say welcome. I so appreciate our connection. And I got a question earlier today that I actually wanted to share the response. It has to do with what to do when work is out of scope, because if you've had your accounting firm for any length of time, whether you do bookkeeping, taxes, accounting, then you know at some point you're going to have someone asking you to do something that's beyond the original agreement or beyond what you expected the work to be. And what do you do when you have that happen where it's more the complicated than you expected, or it's something different than what you originally do? And it's not just part, and it's simply not part of the original scope of work. What do you do then? So I want to say that this is a common question. And it's something that I got asked by Jenny earlier today, as I said, and she found out that she took on a new client. It was going to be a cleanup in the beginning. And that once she actually started to dig into the books, it was so much more complicated than she expected. She found additional accounts there that she didn't think, that she didn't realize existed. There was a line of credit from a couple years ago that had never been closed out. Transactions not categorized properly, and the COA needed a complete overhaul. It was just a total mess. So because of that, it was a lot more work than what she originally expected. And that's when she started to realize the fees that she quoted for the project didn't accurately reflect the amount of work. And she was backpedaling. What do I do now? Do I go back to them? Do I charge them more? Do I just eat it? She didn't really understand or know what to do. And it was creating a lot of anxiety for her. Have you had that experience also? Would love to know what that experience was for you. What caused you to end up realizing that you had some work and the amount of work required wasn't reflected in the fees that you were receiving for it? So here's the deal. There's primarily three options at that point. Either you can go back to the client and let them know that the work is more complicated than you originally estimated. Because of that, it's going to be a higher fee. Or if you have a really tight work agreement with them, you can go ahead and review that and then discuss what that would mean, because there's more work than what the work agreement included. And then the third one is you can continue to move forward, keep the price as it is, because you want to avoid an uncomfortable discussion. And you just figure, well, I'll make it up on the back end. So those are the three options. Is you have another discussion about the higher fees. You can review the work agreement and then discuss what's out of scope, or you can just leave it alone and just justify that later on. You'll make up the difference. Either way, I simply want to say this is a tough learning lesson. And like I said, I am so interested in knowing what you would do in that situation, because maybe there's another option that I didn't think about. And I would love to be able to really have this community lift each other up and hear what you would do in that situation. But I just want to say that once again, starting off, especially with a new client, it is not a great way to get started. But what really came out of this is that Jenny didn't have the right words to say for discussing something that was more complicated, out of scope from what she originally estimated. Because of that, she avoided the conversation because it felt really uncomfortable and stressful for her. And so have you been in that situation also where maybe you did work for free because you didn't know what to say? Once again, tell me the experience below. And if you find that you've been in that situation, you would love to know how to respond to that and have those right words. Once again, respond below. Let me know what your situation was. And I have a free resource that I would love to share with you that gives you the exact words on what to do when someone's asking you to do work that is beyond your original agreement, or you realize that the project that you took on is so much more complex than what you originally estimated. So if you would like that free resource, let me know below and I will go ahead and share it with you. But this is a reality and you no longer have to wonder what to say. I will give you the exact scripts for 5 different scenarios and what to say so that you can go ahead and now address it without ever again having to do more work than what you have been compensated for. So let me know if that's something that you would like, and I will get it your way. Loren Fogelman, showing accounting professionals how to double their income, working half the time.